Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending where you are. Today, we're talking about business idioms. In the comments, tell me, would you like to have your own business one day? Yes or no? Subscribe and let's get going.
Cool. So yeah, like I said, we're focusing on idioms today. So we're going to be focusing on some business idioms. I'm going to give you some different objects that I want you to try to sell to me. They're not going to be easy objects. No, they're going to be quite difficult objects. So you're going to have to use your imagination and your English, obviously, to try to make me buy them, okay? To make me want to buy them. All right. Let's start off with idioms. What is an idiom? Okay. What is an idiom? It's like a metaphor. It's a phrase, right? It's a phrase which means something different from the literal meaning, right? It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Is raining cats and dogs from the sky? Meow, woof, woof. Heavy rain. Now, this for me is the most famous idiom, right? Heavy rain. It's raining cats and dogs. But people will tell you not to use it because it's old-fashioned, which it is, right? It is. It has been around for a long time, and nowadays it's not as common. People usually say something like it's bucketing down, it's tipping down, it's pouring to mean heavy rain. But if somebody used this expression with me, if a foreign person or a non-native used this idiom with me, I would find it really funny. So I recommend that you should use it. So we're going to play a little game to begin with. The game is called Hard Sell. Okay, the game is called Hard Sell. It's going to be objects which are difficult to sell. Right? How could you make me buy a snowball? Like, okay, Chris, you should buy my snowball because it will be good for your drinks to put in your drinks as ice, for example. Like, oh yeah, that sounds nice. How much? Let me buy it. Okay, so please give me some examples why I should buy your snowball. Because it's unique and soft. All right, like a decoration. Okay, nice. Oh, it's handmade. Okay, handmade snowball. I like it. A used tea bag. How could we make it useful? How can we try to sell this? Let's be creative. Oh, an eye mask. I like it. Okay, an eye mask. Nice. Modern fashion. Okay, like what you wear it as a necklace, a used tea bag. Very cool. To make some art, you can dab it on paper. Compress your tired eyes, right? These are called eye bags. You can see? Ugh, horrible. My eye bags. I've been working too hard. I've got some eye bags here, as you can see. Okay, so you can put the used tea bag here and make your eye bags go away. Nice, I like it. Very good, very good. You can practice British English in the Ewa app. Okay, so get yourself in the Ewa app. Very, very useful. What about this one? One sock. Just one. Normally there's two, like a pair of socks. But just one sock, okay? Just one. All right, just one sock. Just one sock. How can we make this useful? Ah, right, a glove. Okay, just one glove. Nice. To make a puppet. All right, it could be a pretty cool puppet. That's true. I like it. To make a sponge. Okay, you could use it to make a sponge. Clean up. I like it. I like it too. Ah, Christmas gift. So we call that a stocking. A stocking, right? Now, let's have a look at some idioms, okay? Let's have a look at some idioms related to business. This is the first business idiom. To cause a bottleneck. So it's basically something that causes an obstacle or causes an obstacle. So things slow down and it's more difficult to do or complete the activity that you want to do. Okay, so it slows everything down. So if we think about your job or maybe just your life, what causes a bottleneck in your job? What causes a bottleneck in your job? What slows everything down? In my case, for example, I would say the different time zones, right? Slow everything down because I cannot teach everybody at the same time, so it really causes a bottleneck, and I have to spread people out over different weeks or different days. In your job then, what causes a bottleneck? What slows things down?
Obviously, every day is a challenge, because every day you have different things that you have to fight for them, but well, I'm trying to give my best and do very well, At the end, in my job, the thing that I have to do is to try to help the employees in all things that they need, And for me, yes, this is the most important thing, to help the employees to try to find a solution for their needs, and that's all, And yes, and chase them, for know that they are okay, and they don't need anything else or whatever.
Yeah, I suppose if I think about your job, I imagine that like paperwork, lots of paperwork, hiring people, it kind of slows down the process of hiring people.
Exactly, yes, could be, exactly, yes.
To break the ice, okay, to break the ice, what was mine? For example, she was a little bit cold, so I had to make a little small talk to break the ice. Basically, you say something to make someone else feel comfortable, okay? You say something to make someone else feel comfortable. In England, we always talk about the weather because the weather's always bad in England. So it's like, oh my God, the weather's terrible. The weather's, it's raining again. It's raining cats and dogs. And then the other person is like, oh yeah, it's so bad today. Did you see last Tuesday there was a storm? Okay, that kind of thing. So when you started university, for example, how did you break the ice? How did you break the ice and speak to new people? What did you talk about in the beginning?
Maybe something I will ask them about some information about their major. So what and which thing that make people begin to study my major, and share about some like a tip to study.
Right, okay. Yeah. Nice, okay. So you're just kind of asking them like, oh, why did you study this course? Or why did you choose this university?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a new idiom here, guys. Again, related to business. To cut corners. To cut corners. What does that mean? What does that mean to cut corners? Okay, so they tried to cut corners by using cheaper materials. Okay, the construction company tried to cut corners by using cheaper materials. To cut corners. To cut corners. Okay, to cut corners means to save time or save money, do something in a cheaper or a quicker way. Okay, now I sometimes do this, right? Okay, by using free software. Okay, so for example, I might use, for example, by making videos for YouTube or for TikTok or for here on Instagram, I might use the different applications, but I won't pay for the account. I'll just use the free version. So I'm cutting corners. It is something negative. It's not something you should try to do, okay? But sometimes you need to do things in a cheaper way. Sometimes you need to do things quicker just because of the deadline or because you're running out of money because of the budget. I think it would be interesting to know, though, about cutting corners. Like, how do you, because, in education, normally the budget's quite small. So how do you often cut corners and save money?
Well, I thought about trying to put it into my case. It's difficult. It's kind of difficult to put it in my case because maybe the students might try to cut corners, but teachers, how can we cut corners? Maybe with the timing, yeah.
How do the students cut corners? That'd be fun to know.
Well, they'll try sometimes to lie when you ask them to do things like the assignments. They haven't done it, and they will tell you, I've sent it to the wrong email address, and I'm sorry, can I send it to you next week? So they try to cut corners with it, with the time maybe, and In which other context? I can't remember. Sorry.
What's the best excuse you've heard for somebody not doing their homework? What's like the most interesting excuse you've ever been given?
That's a great question.
I have mine. I remember someone gave me one.
Yeah, can you fill me in, please?
Somebody told me what it was. I think they were about 13, and and they told me that someone broke into their house and stole everything, including their homework. And I was like, I don't know. Come on, that's quite. I mean, they might steal something, but not your English homework. I'm not sure. Okay, well, we take those verbs. Yes, we need those. To breathe down someone's neck. In my job, my boss is always breathing down my neck. It makes me feel really anxious. So to breathe down someone's neck, to watch someone, basically to watch what someone is doing, to supervise them or to constantly observe what they're doing. In your job, is your boss breathing down your neck, lots of pressure or not?
No, fortunately no, but sometimes we have, this kind of control of our co-workers. I don't know, it's maybe culture in Korea because we have to follow of each other and of our duties. Yeah, but if we talk about our boss, no.
All right, guys. So I'll see you next week. Okay, and we're going to look at some other vocabulary or some other words, some other expressions, some more vocabulary. It's been really fun. Thank you to everyone who joined. I'll see you very soon, guys. Take care. Have a good day, okay, or a good evening or a good morning, wherever you are.